Hi everyone, and welcome back. Hola mi gente. Welcome, bienvenidos. Today I want to talk about a special little tree in my heart. Who was not read to when the Little Prince? I remember the Little Prince being read to me and then reading it myself. One of the little few books that I read myself, and I'm not big on literature. And I remember the Baobab having a big impression on like the book itself and taking over that part of the book, and the little prince guarding the planet from being taken over from these huge trees. And as I grew up, baobabs were always that Madagascar forest that in the pictures that I saw on our last trip abroad before this pandemonium COVID-19 thing exploded and flights were canceled abroad and traveling abroad is not fun anymore. We went to Amsterdam and I brought, that was in February, which was here the end of winter. I brought some seeds of baobab, which were commercially produced kind of in a big package with like these pictures, and I thought that they usually don't germinate. I brought them home, I seed them as fast as I came home, and they did sprout. And today we're gonna talk about the ones that I do have here. I gave to two other friends another two plants that I had, and I think I have 4 or 5. I'm gonna show them to you, and then we're gonna recap. I hope you guys enjoyed today's subject. Thank you also again for the likes and the subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed, this is a good time to do it. Thank you again. Let's move on to my trees. See you soon. This is one that I just brought from the nursery area of my roof. It's planted on a pot, a deeper one. It's doing really good for the first 6 months of its life. I already made it split, caused it to split in a couple of places, and I'm gonna keep it here until next spring, which I'm gonna do a transplant, and I'm gonna work out the roots and see how it survived the Israeli winter. There is another baobab. They were all planted at the same time, but this one moved from germination into this pot and it has stayed here. It's much smaller. It's about a foot and a bit, like 40 centimeters. It already has a main at first, a second, and I'm probably gonna do some wiring before letting it rest for the winter. I really hope all of my baobabs survive the winter. I don't know how they're gonna do over here in my mild winter. This is one of the baobabs from that same batch. Now it's planted on a deep pot and it's already rooted into it. I'm really just waiting for an explosion upcoming with this one. And here we have other two. The other two that are my biggest one because they have already rooted and I already cut them. This one was cut over here and it already shot another branch over there. Should have cut it lower. I was just afraid that because we're gonna go into winter it was gonna die, but it didn't. This one is unclipped and is more than 1.5 meters. I'm gonna let it grow wild to thicken that trunk. So this one is gonna be up straight, formal probably, and I'm gonna let it thicken as much as I can on this box. Notice how the first leaves are like singular leaves, and then they become something like 2 leaves per branch and then they just shoot these 3 leaves, but this is only 1 leaf. We just divide it into 3 And I'm guessing this is the final leaf of the Baobab. Not sure. These are my biggest two. The other one is somewhere over there. So it's more than 1.5 meters. Alright, those were my 5 trees that I have here at home. They're all gonna become a project of their own. I'm sure they're all gonna be a playlist of their own, and baobabs are gonna be a big thing in the channel. We have to get through this winter, and I have a lot of planned things for them. I have a pot that I'm making, is in the studio now, that is for this one. And yeah, let's see how they develop. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, thank you for the likes and the subscriptions. When I wake up in the morning and I see 1 or 2 or 3, it's such a good feeling. So if you do have friends that like our subject, our topics, please share with them. I will see you soon. I will see you on the next video. Love you guys. Bye, mi gente.